Meanwhile, there are concerns that the conflict drags on. Iran is running out of storage, even while production continues. So let's talk now to John Sfakianakis, who's Chief Economist and Head of Research at the Gulf Research Centre. He's in Riyadh. John, good to have you with us. And maybe let's start there, because while the Strait of Hormuz remains closed, we know ships can't get through. That's posing other problems, isn't it? Saudi is running out of places to store oil.
Well, so Saudi as well as Iran, everybody is shutting in production. The Kuwaitis have done it, the Iraqis have done it, and now the Iranians are not necessarily shutting in. They're actually being clever about it. They're storing a lot of their oil in vessels, in tankers, and that has the optionality of creating strategic leverage versus everybody else, because it gives the option when and if the strait is opened immediately to cater for the global market. And that is one issue. But they're being clever about it because they are not shutting in like the Saudis have done, the UAE, Kuwait, Iraq, as I said. And that gives a leverage, the optionality to increase production much easier, but also to sell oil quite easily when the strait is open.
Yes, and that leverage, an important bargaining tool and a tactic that one would assume will be used if there are these further talks. I wonder who goes into these talks with an upper hand.
It seems that both of them are under the impression that they're going with the upper hand. Certainly, when you are negotiating, both need to go with an upper hand. And right now, it depends who you ask. The Iranians believe that they have the upper hand, and in some ways they do, because effectively they turned the Gulf into the Persian Gulf. They have the upper hand in deciding who gets in. But quite cleverly, the U.S. also is adding to the blockade and believes that they have the final say. At the end, if there is no negotiated settlement, markets will take this as an opinion and they will express their dissatisfaction. They're being quite numb about it today, both on the oil side and equity side. Yes, there is some redness in the market, some concern, but overall, they seem to be of the view, markets that is, that there is going to be a settlement. The settlement, in my opinion, will take a very long time, and the Iranians are going to play the long game.
Yes, and if the Iranians play that long game, I guess it's a question of who blinks first, and that ultimately might come down to the economic impact, John, correct?
Absolutely. The economic impact is quite telling. We're running out of jet fuel in Asia. Soon in Europe, airlines are beginning to cut flights, and there are queues in Asia to either buy LNG, LPG, liquid petroleum fuel, cooking oil, and so forth. Pakistan, which most likely will host the negotiations, is running out of everything, and they have blackouts. So that is a quite telling story. And the IMF just told us that we're going to have lower output, including lower output in Iran, and certainly a devastated economy, and also the Gulf countries and Gulf economies.
John, it's always good to talk to you to get your insight into this. Thank you for now. John Sfakianakis there at the Gulf Research Centre. Thank you.